Hello, and how is it going, my fellow DeFi DEGEN friends? I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and making the best investments that you could possibly make. Now, in today's video, I am doing another update to my favorite senior age project. If you follow this channel, you will know that Polaris Finance is just my ultimate favorite senior age project. Polaris is outperforming every other project of a similar kind of concept and style. You know, even Tomb is not doing nowhere near as well as what Polaris is doing, and Polaris are now launching a new peg token that is going to be pegged to a stable coin. Now, this is the missing piece of the puzzle, as the team would like to say. This is the thing that is going to, you know, be a fundamental aspect for Polaris. Polaris do have 4 other peg tokens right now, one to NEA, one to Ethereum, one to Bitcoin, and one to Trisolaris. However, some people may see these as risky assets and may be deterred from, you know, making LPs buying these tokens, especially during this uncertain market. However, a stable coin pegged asset is just something that, you know, I believe everyone can get behind. So let's jump into that in today's video and find out some more information. So why do I love Polaris? Polaris has so many different opportunities, whatever your risk appetite. They have done extremely well over these last couple of months in this, you know, very uncertain market. They've retained a TVL of around 8 million, which on a chain like Aurora, which is still very underexposed, this is extremely bullish. They do have 4 peg tokens already. This is Polar, which is pegged to the price of NEA, overpeg. Infernal, which is pegged to the price of Ethereum, overpeg. Orbital, which is pegged to the price of Bitcoin, which is sitting just, it's in a Zen period now between 1 and 1.01. This is typically always, you know, above this 1.01 and printing. And then we have Tripolar, which is pegged to the price of Trisolaris at 1.01. You know, most of these senior age projects are having such a tough time keeping their pegged assets, you know, above the desired 1.01, and Polaris are comfortably, you know, keeping 4 assets above the 1.01, keeping the boardrooms printing, keeping investors happy, and, you know, they have this diverse range of assets that you can invest in, and this is why I love Polaris so much. Every aspect and every mechanism that they put into place is beneficial for the user, and just offers a wide range of, you know, possibilities. So taking a look at the current LP pairs daily, all of these are pretty much around the same. I do believe they have mechanisms in place to auto balance the LP pools to keep every asset, you know, in a similar kind of state. So these are at 0.59. These were, you know, 1% daily a couple of weeks ago. However, you know, market conditions and, you know, the suppression of the, you know, pegged assets such as NEA, ETH, BTC has brought these dailies down. However, it's still earning 0.59 on such lucrative assets such as ETH and BTC, and soon to be USDC peg token. You will not find these yields anywhere else, and these have been around for weeks to months, earning these daily yields, which is just, you know, it's truly something that is, you know, a special kind of circumstance, and something that Polaris really do hold up very well. Now, the stablecoin pegged asset USP, which is pegged to USDC, wasn't initially planned to be brought forward this early. BNB was going to be the pegged asset. However, the team have, you know, revised, you know, the market conditions, sentiments, and believe that the USD stablecoin is probably the best mechanism that they can bring into place right now, offering users a safe haven with hardly any impermanent loss on LPs with a stablecoin, because as we all know right now, in these uncertain markets, a lot of people do want to stay in stable coins just to be on the safe side. So you can still utilize those stable coins in Polaris's upcoming peg token, which is USP. Now, one of the key aspects of Polaris's mission statement is smart routing. There is a full article here that you can read that is based on, you know, the whole concept of smart routing, building deep liquidity for Polaris and the Aurora chain, and how all of the multi-pegged assets that Polaris release are helping to, you know, create that deeper liquidity on the Aurora chain, give users a better overall experience, and there's tons of information that you can go and check out here just to familiarize yourself with smart routing and, you know, the benefits that brings to the ecosystem. But essentially, with smart routing through these pegged assets, Polaris is able to create deeper liquidity for certain token pairs, create better smart routing, which leads to lower slippage, more liquidity, and, you know, improves the user experience. Now, on the face of it, it could look like a pretty daunting and complex concept. However, essentially, sometimes you may want to swap tokens within the Solaris DEX, but you are not able to swap a certain token directly for another token because there is not enough liquidity in those pools. Here's another example from the USP article. Imagine you want to swap your NEAR for USD, but to do that you need a NEAR USD pool, but this pool has a huge impermanent loss. What if I tell you that there is a quite simple solution to route via Polar and USP, as 75% of this pool is held by the DAO, so we have a way to prevent the pool from getting drained by investors, and now we can route and swap simply from NEAR to USD via the route. Routing pools help the protocol to keep the peg healthy when the sell pressure is too high during market conditions, like we are experiencing these days. Investors can participate in smart routing as well as get rewarded for providing liquidity in routing pools. This is the future of DEX like ours. So Polaris have found, you know, such a key issue, especially on the Aurora chain. As I said, Aurora is still very underexposed. The liquidity pools and smart routing for the projects is just not fully there yet, and Polaris is, you know, it's a seniorized project on one aspect, and then on the other side of things it's creating this, you know, it's problem solving on an underlying issue for the whole ecosystem, and this is why Polaris does so well. Users who provide liquidity also get benefits through that smart routing, and it just creates a wholesome ecosystem that is, you know, it's not just ran based on Ponzinomics or things like other projects are, or just like a billionaires keeping them projects alive. Polaris's project relies on the users and all of the people involved in the protocol, from the team to the users to the liquidity providers, and it just creates such a healthy ecosystem, and that's why Polaris is doing so well, and I believe they will continue to do well with each peg token that they do release. Each peg token is strategic and helps towards, you know, solving this issue. I know you're waiting. You want to know, when's USP launching? When can I start earning these juicy yields on my stablecoins? Here it is. So USP will launch on the 25th of June 2022, which is tomorrow from the date of this video, launching at 2 o'clock UTC with liquidity mining via Genesis pools. Holders of USDC, USDT, USN, and our liquidity providers and stakers of SPolar will be able to mint USP for 24 hours. This is your run-of-the-mill Genesis pools, helping to provide that initial liquidity to get the token up and running. Before the launch, we will see the initial liquidity with 5,000 USDC and 5,000 USP in the pool. The initial liquidity will be $10,000, so you will be able to trade USP after we deploy the contracts. So the initial Genesis pools will enable users to mine the USP token and then later provide liquidity in USP, USDC, LP, and then farm SPolar through the Sunrise, which is the boardroom. Now the Genesis pools will be open for these assets, which is the stable coins, which these three stable coins will be receiving 50% of the total emissions, all with a 1% deposit fee, but the 1% deposit fee goes straight to the DAO for liquidity and helps to sustain the protocol in the long term. And then you can use your native Polaris tokens, as you can view here. That will be a 50% allocation proportionally divided between all of these tokens. So if you are already a part of the Polaris ecosystem and you have LP tokens, you have pegged assets, you have SPolar, you can use those to mint free tokens, which is always a bonus. And then if you would like to, you can then use your stable coins to mine USP, but just bear in mind there is a 1% deposit fee. At 4 o'clock UTC on the very same day, which is 2 hours after the Genesis pool opens, they will be opening the LP for USP/USDC, and you will be able to start farming SPolar. Genesis pools will end on the 26th of June at 2 PM UTC, and USP Sunrise staking will start at the very same moment. You can view here how to bridge to Aurora if you're not very familiar already, but there is tons of information if you jump into the Polaris Discord. There's bridging information, DEX information, and just tons of help there from different users and the staff team. Whatever you need, you can find it all in there. So make sure you're getting involved in the USN stablecoin pool. I know I definitely will be, because right now, a bit uncertain markets. I do have some assets in Polaris that I will be using to mine the USN in the Genesis pools. However, I do have a lot more stable coins, as I'm, kind of sitting on the fence in the market. So I'm going to be putting them to good use, earning good yields in LP pairs, and just continuing this journey in Polaris as I have been doing for months. And I've been sharing all of the updates and peg tokens on Polaris, because I do believe it is the best protocol of this nature, and it hasn't let me down so far. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but it hasn't failed me up to now. There's tons of people in the DeFi DEGEN's Discord that always tell me they got into Polaris through the videos and they have not been disappointed yet. So there must be a reason for that. So go and check out Polaris. All the links will be in the description down below. Just get involved. It's one of the best projects that I'm in, the best team, just the best community of the community. Understand what it takes to keep these projects healthy, and it's just all comes into unison, and it's just a great project to be in. So definitely check out all the links below. Follow me on Twitter at DeFi DEGENs. Come and join the DeFi DEGENs Discord. The link to that will be at the top of the description. And whatever you do, stay safe out there. Make good investments, and have a great day.